Hi guys, welcome back. I'm so excited to be here to talking about what to do on your house if you're really wanting to get it sold, but what do you do on a budget, okay? Or a small budget. Let's just say that. That's much better than saying a budget. I don't know. There's something about budget I don't like, but we're going to go with this. The number one thing is paint. Everybody's going to say that. Now I know paint is expensive and paint has gotten more expensive over the years. So paint. Let's talk about paint. When you are doing these things for your home to sell, it's completely different, guys, than what you're doing it for yourself, okay?
Yes.
So let's just say that you love coral, okay? Love hot pink. Do you put that in your home? You can do that in really, I'm going to say this lightly. You can do that really lightly and get away with it. Like if it's in a pillow or something like that, an accent, you could do that. But if you're doing that in big bulks of things, if you're painting a dining room bright pink, I would say no. Okay, you are trying to produce this for masses of people. So when you're decorating or picking out paint, you definitely want to do it on the easier side of what most people are going to like.
Yes.
So you're trying to pick this out for a majority of people to like it. This is so weird because we have a bird up there and it's like hitting our window and it's been doing this for days. So I'm just going to try to ignore the bird hitting the window. It's the craziest thing.
It like sees itself and it's trying to fight the shadow or
it's
the
crazy.
reflection.
So crazy.
And I don't.
And it's like running my whole window up there. But
It's
anyhow, I can see its little face looking at us right now. But okay. So going back to paint, you really want to paint it in a neutral color. And we'll go through some different paints this week.
Yes.
And I'll be posting about that, what colors are really important to go with. But definitely go with some neutrals and definitely monotone it for a majority of people, not just yourself, okay?
Yes, that is very important. Okay, the next thing that we don't do these very often, but you can. They are DIY projects. And the reason why we don't do them is because normally we don't have enough time to do them. We're doing other things.
Yes.
But these are a really nice way to update your home and not spend a big portion of your budget. So in DIY projects, I mean, like if you have furniture that has some nicks in it, you can restain it, you can repaint it, just kind of make it look fresher. It doesn't mean you have to like completely gut your entire house by yourself. That is not what we're saying.
No.
Don't do that.
No.
But we're saying like artwork. Like if you have like some nice so we have a friend, it's Sherry. She has these paint by numbers, and she got these special paint by numbers that are really formal. Like they like represent like famous art. Like I'm pretty sure there's like Claude Monet themed ones. And she paints them in her basement and then frames them from Hobby Lobby, and they look so pretty.
Stunning.
They look like extremely expensive artwork, and she doesn't buy paint by number. And she just orders them online and they come. So there's ways to get really expensive looking pieces on a budget. So just kind of research it, kind of look into it, see if this is appealing to you. If not, then that's okay. Go to shops like TJ Maxx and Home Goods like we do, and you'll get it taken care of.
But the biggest thing with DIYs too, we're going to talk about your kitchen cabinets. That's a big one. A lot of people don't think that or on your furniture, like if you buy furniture, everybody's furniture gets nicked and dented and things like that. The best thing that I can tell you, even in anybody, we're going to $1 million homes, getting them ready for sale. And the best thing that we can tell you is get yourself some markers, okay?
Yes.
And you go through and you touch them up and they look absolutely amazing. So that is a DIY thing that you could do to your house even now. You don't even have to be selling it. You can get yourself some stain markers and go through your house and really clean it up. On your furniture, it just makes it look fresher and cleaner. So go in there and do those kind of things. So that's a good one.
Yes.
Okay, we always talk about this. This is like, I feel like I talk about this night and day. Declutter and organize your house. Guys, we're not kidding when we say this. You do not want people to walk in your house and say, well, there ain't enough, closets in this house. You do not want them to say this. It is not living in your home. You're living in your home and getting it ready to sell it, okay? So if you have closets that you haven't seen since the 1970s, it's time to clean it out. And what I mean with that is sometimes people, I will tell them, when I walk through their homes, and I can give you a consultation, people ask me for these consultations, the very first thing I'm going to say is get yourself a storage unit. Yes, I hate to say that, but you have got to be up upfront and real with yourself. If you're selling your house to sell it, you do not want to look like you don't have enough room and space and closets and things like that. You have got to clean those things out. Pantry. Your pantry is the number one thing. If your pantry is so full that it's just like falling over, it's time to go in there and declutter it. Okay.
Yes.
So get to working.
Yes, and one of my favorite things to do is to update your fixtures. So I just did this in Mom's bedroom. We'll be showing that as well. She
Yes.
has a ceiling fan that the blades are actually just like nice stained wood. So they're not out of date. It
No.
was the light fixtures on them that were like the Tuscany gold, like really
glass on them.
ornate. Yes, like the glass around the light bulbs.
We're smoky.
Yes, they were dating the fixture really bad.
I have it in my house too. I do.
Yeah, so the thing I did is I just went to Home Depot, and in their lighting section, they have this spot where you can go in and you can change out the
glass.
around the light
The
bulbs.
bulbs.
Yes, so I just got these like nice white, and then kind of had some like marble in them, and I think they were
Pretty.
$9.99 each, and I just got 4 of them, and it automatically updated her lighting to where she didn't have to get an electrician, you didn't have to buy a brand new ceiling fan.
Even though I live with one.
Yes,
but
even though we do that, he's busy doing the other things. But that is one nice way to really update your spaces. And then
For
same
sure.
thing for your faucets. If you have faucets and they kind of have like the hard water stains, or if they have like lime water, just replace them. That's something you can do really fast. There's some YouTube videos on there on how to replace those. Those will make your bathroom look so updated and so fresh. And
So
it'll
easy.
Yes, it's so easy.
And
Such an easy
expensive.
fix.
Yes, yes.
Kind of like the hardware in your kitchen. You can do the same thing for your cabinets.
Yes.
Just take a small little screw, unscrew them,
Yes.
and make sure that you measure them though, because there's different sizes. There's like 3
Definitely
inch, 4 inch,
measure.
6 inch. So make sure you measure.
And some of these
freely.
things,
Yeah.
honestly, are just updating your home for yourself. These are
Yeah.
some little areas that you can do for budgets. But if you're definitely wanting to sell it and you're wanting it to look better, these are some things you can do.
Yes, for sure.
For sure. Okay, add a fresh flower arrangement. Okay, I know that when you guys walk through the houses, the open houses and stuff, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's so amazing. Well, if I was going to sell my house, it would look exactly like my houses that I stage. And one reason I think fresh flowers does it is just gives the house alive. It gives it smell, which were so important, so important. We're going to have a whole video about that. And, like fresh flowers just make you feel fresh. Now, I'm going to tell you this. If you do some florals like this and you have a Christmas tree in your house because it's Christmas time and you're selling your home, or you're doing florals and it hasn't sold, okay? Then you're going into fall. You need to change that stuff out because, and you need to tell your real estate agent to change the pictures out to the current season, because that looks terrible. It looks absolutely terrible if you're on there looking at it and you're like, man, this house has been out on the market for a long time. It's Christmas and now it's literally summertime. You want to keep those things. That's something that your real estate agent should get onto. You've got to keep onto them. You want to keep on yourself, making sure that you have fresh, updated pictures and the floral arrangements and things like that are updated. Okay.
Yes, that's very important.
Very
Yes.
important.
Okay, so the next thing is shop secondhand, and I don't mean Mom was like, Lexi, what are you talking about? And I'm like, I'm not saying go out and buy junk and hope it works. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
Be for real.
be thrifty and crafty about the things that you do. So like we personally have staged houses and gone on Marketplace. Marketplace has
a lot of homes.
really, really nice
Lots of
furniture
homes.
when you search for it. Yes.
And it's weird how you can find the best
Yes.
deals for a house because you're really not using that furniture. You're just coming in there to give it the right texture, the right spacing. Like if you have a big table because that fits your family, but it's not going to sell your home, it's time to put that in storage and go get one that's
Yes.
the right size.
Yes. So the ways that we look at them is that sometimes you can go to thrift stores. Sometimes they have some really nice things. So Gracie is a big thrifter. She says always goes on Thursdays because Thursdays is when they restock all of their things.
She'd know.
So then you can also look on Marketplace, which is our favorite. So you can also set your location.
Yes.
So if you set your location to some of those richy neighborhoods in Kansas City, they have some nice things on there sometimes. You just got to snag them real quick.
You do. You got to snag
You
it.
gotta be on top of them. And then the next thing is garage sales. Sometimes there's like Stonecrest has it's a nice subdivision in St. Joe. They're about ready to have a garage sale. Go to those nicer neighborhoods and go through their garage sales. I'm not saying like go to like the little Podunk one and go search for their old pots and pans.
Just make a list of what you need and,
Yeah.
and search them out.
You just really research the location. Go off of like the types of neighborhood you're in, and you can find some really nice things there that can really update your home in a great way. And Mom keeps looking at that bird.
I'm sorry, that bird's going crazy. It's like, oh, he's crazy. Okay, so accessories. People are like, oh, it's got a couch, it's got a chair, it's good enough. Okay, you're trying to, when you're selling your home, you are trying to give a feeling, okay? You're trying to give this feeling of, oh, wow. You know, and it's funny, I've got to admit this. There's a lot of women, and a lot of you are on here. You guys come to our open houses, and these are not $500,000 homes or above. These are very affordable homes. You know, most of them are, that we've done, honestly, besides one or two, we have done a lot of them that are very affordable homes. They're 150 to 250,000. And you guys sit around and you love it. You want to see, you want to seek that, you want to feel that. That's the atmosphere that you're trying to give when people come to your home.
Yeah.
You don't want them to leave. You want to give them this feeling of that they don't want to leave.
Exactly.
So when you're talking about accessories, pillows, rugs, those are feel-good things. That's something that makes people feel very, very good about themselves. It makes them want to linger. It makes them want to see more when they come into the entryway and you have a big floral arrangement. It's all those things. You're trying to achieve that atmosphere for the person that is buying the home. You want them to fall in love with it. So that's why it's so important to give the rugs, the pillows, the trays. It's like setting up and staging a home to look like a magazine. Sal, I always say a picture never lies and a picture never lies. So if you're taking pictures and it's not boring and it's not a house that you would not want to live in, you may
update it.
need to do some things. And
Yes.
it doesn't necessarily mean that everything has to be brand new. It's just really simple things. So accessories are very important.
Yes, and they're also not as damaging to a budget as permanent fixtures. So
And
these things you can also take with you. So
with
if
you to
like
your
them,
next home.
you can put them in your new home. Yes, so
Very-
there's
very
dual
good point,
purposes
Lexi.
for these. So the next thing that I personally love,
Very good
it's
point.
my very favorite thing, is curb appeal. And part of the curb appeal
Yes.
is your lawn. And I love gardening. It's one of my favorite things to do. But it's also one of the most damaging things if it's not done right. So if it doesn't look like you live in your house, you don't
It's
have-
dead.
Yeah, if your grass is dead or if it's really tall and it looks like you don't live there, that's going to turn away buyers real fast. So
Yeah,
you
or it's
need-
haunted.
yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
So
It's
my
just
favorite
not good.
tips for this is to put down mulch. So mulch is a great option because mulch is less expensive than rock or other forms of gardening, like, I don't know what that's called, but like the filler stuff in the gardens. And annual plants. Annual plants are going to be really full, really pretty, always give the most color and flowers.
Water them, people.
Yes, you have to water
Come
them
on.
frequently, especially in our hot summer days. You need to water at least once a day.
At least.
once a day,
Yes.
and then fertilize once a week. And we're gonna have a whole video and a whole session over
about
this in
that.
May, which is gonna be so exciting because I just love it so much. But make sure that you mow your grass. If it's alive, make sure it's alive first. Then put your mulch down. Make sure you don't have weeds all growing everywhere in your flower beds because that's not attractive either. And get some annual plants because those annual plants are going to have so much pops of colors, bring in so many more eyes.
Big bang for your buck.
Yes. And they're usually the less
Get
cost.
you some topiaries.
Yeah.
Invest
Oh, I
in the
love
topiaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many things we just love. You
Invest.
Yes. Yes. So those are very important. Make sure. Oh, and if your front door is kind of peeling, kind of chipping, looks faded, slap some paint on that thing. Get some
Yes.
outdoor exterior paint.
It's huge.
from
Paint can be
Sherwin-Williams.
such a huge,
Yes.
huge thing for your house.
And it makes it pop. If your front door is popping, it's going to attract some eyes.
And
You're
this
like,
is
"What are
why
they
we
doing over
say,
there?"
and I'm going to say this to say all this, is that this is why we say keep updating your home every year.
Mm-hmm.
Find one big impact thing that you want to include. If you don't want to do all the time, do one big major thing to your house every year so that you can actually feel really good about it when you don't have to do all these things. It's already done for you when you're ready to sell, besides, cleaning out that closet that
Yeah.
you haven't seen since 1970. But, these are big things. The last thing, focus on high impact areas, okay? I'm going to say this because it is so important. If you don't want to do all the rest of the things, you don't want to clean out the closet that's been there, these are some things you have to do. You definitely have to have curb appeal at the door. Make it clean, guys. You don't want to do a lot of things. Clean it out and make it look clean. Those are really high impact things, all these areas, but definitely make it look clean. If you have old, straggly looking lawn furniture on the front porch, you need to get rid of it. Just clean the front porch off. If you don't want to purchase anything or you don't have the means to do that, put it in storage if you want to keep it and get rid of it. Okay, just make it look clean. Clean is better than straggly, bad looking, because it makes the house devaluates it. So I'm going to say that the entryway is another thing. Make sure that it's just clean and it doesn't have your kids' backpacks and it doesn't have your, if it's snowing and your outerwear and your hats and your coats. Make sure that all that stuff is put up and it's tidy. Okay. The second thing is your kitchen. Make sure that your kitchen is clean. Do not have dishes laying in that sink from the salmon that you made last night that smells terrible. I'm telling you, this is stuff that I see all the time, so that's why I'm saying this. Don't do that. Just keep your everything tidy. Keep all the things. It'll make the room look bigger and spacious if you have everything off the counters. And we're going to go into more videos with this and stuff, but it really does mean that, you just got to take care of those things and you'll be so happy you did.
Yes.
Okay, your bathrooms, your bedrooms, make your bed. Those are things that you don't have to spend a lot of money on, but you just want to keep it tidy.
Put your dirty laundry away.
Yes.
Put it in a hamper or put it in your closet. Nobody will see it.
Yes. Well, they will. They'll look in the closets.
I know, but it'd be better in a closet than on the floor.
Yes, by far. I remember once we went into his house, and I don't know why I'm telling this, but I am. One time that we had literally, I can't believe I'm telling you this, but it was dirty underwear laying right out in the middle of the bathroom, and we were having, it wasn't just one, it was like strewed out there, and it looked like they had a little accident in the pants kind of thing, and we had to walk over it. All I could think about was that. That's all I could think about. And I was like, why did they do that? If you were leaving your house, pick that up. If you do, you were going to show it. So those are the kind of tips that we're saying. That is so free and so easy, budget friendly.
That's free. Picking up is free. It doesn't cost a lot of money to be clean.
No. You just keep it tidy and that will show so much better.
Yes,
okay.
For sure.
Stay tuned for the next week. They're going to be talking.
It's me and my other personalities,
They're going to be talking about staging and smells. And smells are so important, guys.
Yes.
Smells are important anyhow, and you might learn something for your own home. But these are really important tips to keep up with and things like that. So if you have any questions, leave them below. And we'll see you guys next week on Smells. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.